I'm Joe, a tour operator that uses Peak Pro, and we give them 5 out of 5 stars. The service we used before was a company called Res System. It was owned by an overseas company, and 2 years ago, the United States based operation went out of business, so we had to find a new service to use, and that's what put us in the market to start looking at other alternatives. The reason we chose to go with Peak Pro was when we no longer were going to be able to use the service we were with, we started looking at other alternatives, and we were had been contacted previously by Fair Harbor. And so we were semi-familiar with them, and then we got in touch with the company Peak Pro, and we liked both companies. We had phone interviews with both companies, asking the same questions. They had very similar answers. We liked both of them, but at the end, the decision was based on Fair Harbor was supposed to call us back at a certain day. They did not call us back. They did not call us back the next day, but that next day we got a call back from Peak Pro, and we had decided that whichever one of the two companies would call us first, after Fair Harbor had missed their scheduled call back to us, that we would go with whichever company that called us back first. And good for us and good for Peak Pro, I think, that it wound up being them, and we're really glad that it turned out to be them. When we made our decision to go with Peak Pro, anytime you're changing something in your business, be it phone systems, phone companies, anything like that, it's kind of nerve-wracking because you don't want to lose anything that, history from, in our case, bookings from previous clients, things like that, bookings that we already had for the upcoming tour season. And so we were concerned about that. But the folks at Peak Pro, the rep that we worked with there that handled our onboarding, transferring everything over, did an absolute amazing job. Was very friendly, very knowledgeable, very patient with us, explained things very simply and clearly, and got everything transferred over, and was just an excellent experience. They did an outstanding job. When we got everything unloaded, onboarded to Peak Pro, started using their system, we've been extremely well pleased with them, and from customer service to functionality to the vast amount of information available to us basically through the back office or the dashboard for reports and all kinds of things. It's just such a simple product to use. And I mentioned earlier about Fair Harbor. We just had phone conversations with them, but never really got to look at their product that much. Well, recently I actually made a reservation for an activity, and this was on a personal level, and it was an online booking engine that they were using, and I really didn't like it. And then when it was said and done, I realized it was Fair Harbor. And so I was thankful. I was like, man, I'm so glad that we didn't go with them. I'm not trying to trash Fair Harbor, but I'm just saying for us, it was a much better decision to go with Peak Pro. Their pricing, their customer service, all of it. Really, as I said at the beginning of the interview, I would give them 5 stars out of 5 stars today, and hopefully from now on into the future.